Hello, this is Kirill from forexpert.com and welcome back to the course on testing and optimization in MetaTrader 4. As you can see from here, in the previous tutorial we talked about the two-dimensional surface analysis technique in MT4, and today we will talk about exporting optimization results into Excel and further analysis there. So let's jump straight into it. If we go to the optimization results tab, you'll see a set of optimization results which I have from last time, and originally they will always be ordered by profit, so I'll just illustrate that, and that's how your results come up after the optimization is complete. First, what we want to do today is we want to order them by pass, so the first pass is at the top. Then just bear in mind that if you did have skip useless results checked when you ran the optimization, you won't see the negative results here. At this stage, right now, we want to export all of our results to Excel so that we can analyze all of them there. So if you want to follow along like that, just make sure this is unchecked and just rerun your optimization if you do uncheck it. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to click copy all, or you just press Alt-A on your keyboard. So let's do that. After that, you need to open a blank Excel workbook like I have here. Then right click and click paste. That'll paste your results into Excel. The only main drawback that you can see here right away is that we don't have headers in this Excel spreadsheet. So we're going to fix that, and we're going to right click on the first column and we'll click insert, which will give us a first row, and click insert, which will give us a blank row. And now we're just going to make this smaller and we'll type in the headers manually. Unfortunately, you do have to type them in manually, but you'll probably only need to do that once, because you can always just copy them across to your other workbooks where you analyze the results. So I'm just going to do that. So I have populated all of the headers, and now we see the next abnormal thing. It's this column full of zeros. This started occurring from one of the recent builds of MetaTrader 4. And you can either just give it a name such as empty or delete it altogether, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to click here and click delete. Now another thing I like to do is, if you select all of your cells, and then just by clicking up here, up in this corner over here, and then you double click on any one of the column dividers, the cells, the columns will automatically will auto size. And then maybe if we make this one a little bit bigger, that allows you to see all of the contents of the cells. And finally, the last challenge we have before we can move on with analysis is these values of the parameters are present in the workbook. However, both the name and the value of the parameter are in each cell, and we don't want that. We want the names of the parameters to be up here and the values to be here. So it would be very similar to what we have for ratios, because they have the names up there and the values in the cells themselves, and it's easier to analyze that way. So in order to do that, we're going to do the next procedure. So just copy the name of your parameter and place it into the top of the cell. So we're going to populate up here, but we're not going to just type in the name of the parameter. We will type in name of parameter equals name of parameter, and why we need to do that I will explain in a minute. Same thing for this take profit. So we're going to type that in. So we've populated the top row with these equal parameter name equals parameter name, and so I'm just going to show you a very efficient way of getting these values out of the cells, or just keeping the values in the cells and getting rid of the name of the parameter. So just highlight the row that you want to do that for, go to data, and here select text to columns, and in text to columns select delimited, then unselect tab and select other, and in other just put an equal sign and click next. And then when you've got this first column selected, select do not import column, skip. That will skip this column, and then with this general column just keep it as general it's all good. And as you can see, what that will do is it will split your column at the equal sign, and that's why we were putting the equal sign in for the header row as well, so that it would be able to split as well. And we get rid of this part, but it would keep this part. So now we're going to click Finish, and as you can see here, we have min pip limit at the top and the values down the bottom. So now we're going to do that for the rest of the columns. Alright, so I've done that same procedure for the rest of the columns. It took less than a minute, and now we have all of our optimization results separated, and we can very easily analyze them in Excel. So some examples of analysis would be, we could first of all, we could add a filter up here. So in the same data ribbon, we just click filter, and that adds a filter. And here we can now easily, not like what we were able to do back in the MetaTrader 4, we could sort by total trades, largest to smallest, so that's the maximum, smallest to largest, or we could sort by profit factor, but that was the limitation to what we were able to do. I'm just actually going to make this a bit more appealing visually. Put that in the center. So that was the limitation of what we were able to do, but now we can do much more. And especially if you've got basic Excel skills, you'll find that you can do quite a lot of cool stuff. For example, if I want to now sort by the parameters, let's say I want to sort by stop loss. Now I can do that, right? I can sort from the lowest to the largest, or the largest to the lowest. Or if, say, I want to only look at certain min pip limits, so I want to look at 4 and 5 in my analysis, and then I also want to look at take profits that were the lower take profits. I want to see 10, 15, 20, 25. Don't want to see anything above that. Then I've got them there, and now I want to order by profit, largest to smallest, and I can see the largest profit here. Then say, for example, we don't want to do anything with these because these were not optimized. So MetaTrader 4 always puts the parameters that you did optimize in the first place, and that way, so you can do that. For example, now if I want to see all parameters with profit factor, say here, if we go to conditional formatting and we do color scale, and we do color scale like that, we'll see a color scale showing the most profitable and the least profitable results, or favorable results in terms of profit factors. So the least are over here, and you can see how they gradually increase like that, and because it's ordered by profit. But now let's order by total, or let's get rid of the min pip limit limitation, and let's order by total trades, say largest to smallest. And you can, and say if we here, we also add color scale, but in this case we say let's use a blue and red color scale. You can see that there's some negative ones over here, and then there's a chunk of good green profit factors, and then as this drops off, you see a mix. So even with a low number of total trades is a high number of profit factor, or high value of profit factor. And then with very low trades, you see this anomaly that they are very high profit factors at 31 trades. So you kind of can do very interesting visual analytics here, and you can create charts and just basically do any of that Excel analysis you are familiar with or have knowledge of how to do, and that can significantly speed up the process of analyzing optimization results. So that's all for today. In the next tutorial, I'll show you one specific example of how to benefit from this, and that's how to calculate the recovery factor. And that's a parameter that is very important in trading, but it is actually not represented in any of the MetaTrader 4 reports. So we'll look at that next time, and until I see you on that tutorial, happy trading.